Hi everyone, my name is Iben and welcome to a brand new episode of Koali. And this time I am joined by the wonderful Mr. Rudi Rennkamel.
Hello. Did you just say hello to me as the one? I feel so
Yes.
happy. So the viewers are basically not introduced today. They can do whatever they want. That's fine. I'm feeling very good here.
I care for you a lot. I want to say a special hello to you.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm very happy too. I've been to a wedding and a wedding reception right before this. It was a lot of fun, but I'm really tired. But I really wanted to get this recorded because I'm quite proud of what I did in this episode.
Oh my god! If you do say that already, I'm scared.
Well, okay. So we'll just start. As we discussed before, I was going to do some refinements on the Japanese area that you made, and this is the first thing that you will see.
I see a certain Silv would be happy right now, but he's not here. Though. we can just assume that if he would be here, he would be very happy about the wheelchair access that this place now has.
It's still a little bit too much of a slope, but it's better than it was before.
Oh, wait a second! I love the usage of these weird plants there. Just
Oh yeah, the nettles.
The nettles. Yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, that technique is something that comes from Remnant. He started doing that in his Balboa Zoo, and like once you start placing a lot of them, it really looks good.
It's kind of crazy though. We have so many plants in the game that I started to feel like we have everything now, but I think we are really lacking some very good hanging plants. We have a lot of these 2D kind of texture-based things like grass and so on. Oh, look at them! He's just jumped on top. My God, that looks amazing.
Totally not what I was intending to do, but thank you so much, Frontier, for giving us the explore mode. It just makes it so much easier that I don't have to go back all the way to
oh yeah, that's true.
to where we were. So one of the things that I did, I made the viewing area, just gave it a little bit more space so that you could stand here and people could go up behind you without like you being in the way.
Yeah, that would help with congestion quite a bit. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. But let's take a look at the other stuff that I did.
Ooh, wait a second. I like how you just did a second stone tower and even more lush. I thought I was already brave, but you made it even more lush.
Yeah. So I kind of wanna sketch the situation here. Recently, me and Jasgoron went to a zoo in the Netherlands, Burgers Zoo, and we saw a leopard exhibit that had even more plants than this. So I was like, okay, I think I can go a little bit further and just add a little bit more plants where possible. So I already liked what you did a lot, a hell of a lot actually. But I went even further because I thought like, okay, we're allowed to do that.
That's so cool. It's looking, you know what that looks like? It looks really like as if I have done the exhibit when it was just opened for like 2 days or so. And this exhibit now looks like after a year, when the plants came to fruition, and the planner who did this, it's like with the garden planning, it looks so weird at the beginning, but then after a year when the growing process has just began, that's then how it looks. I love that. It looks like a natural kind of progress. They even have put like a second tower of stones in, because the first potentially wouldn't have been delivered. Oh my God, I saw something very sneaky in the background.
I've been trying to zoom in a little bit so that you could see some sneakiness.
I love the moss on these retaining wall thingies.
Oh yeah, that was something someone said in Bro Nation. They really loved the retaining wall, but they were like, can you add some grunge to it? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add some.
Of course, Bro Nation wants some. They just can't stand any clean stuff, can they? It's like they can't.
I mean, no, they can't. So let's continue. One of the things that I also did was we have this wonderful stream, but of course the water was basically running into the staff area, so I made this little basin where the water can now go.
Oh yeah, and you scrapped that area.
Up.
You scrapped that area from the leopards.
Yeah.
Sorry, leopards.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm sorry, guys. They got a little bit more space in the backstage. I wasn't able to do the backstage as much as I wanted to, but I did some other stuff.
Yeah, I saw you
might already.
Yeah. I saw some security netting and stuff, which is good. I just didn't. We talked about that. I just wasn't able to put that in. So very nice you did that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I like when doing these things, especially with you, is that I saw in one of my zoo books, there's like this whole drawing of the process of a zoo exhibit and of this design process. And what you make is usually what a designer makes. And then there's always like 3 more pictures, like what happens when a zookeeper comes to this design. What happens when an animal expert comes to this design and takes a look at it. So that I like the process of doing that. Because then I do these little things that you didn't have time for.
That's amazing. Yeah, really, I love it.
I think you can already notice that there's something different.
Yeah, that building on the right-hand side has not been existing beforehand. And I hope it is what I hope it is. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, I love it.
Yes.
That's so good. Yeah, that's so amazing.
Yeah. One of the things that I've been trying to do lately is not overcrowding my indoor areas because I almost jumped.
I saw that. You were like taking a peek on the roof.
Because when there's no guests, this area does feel a little bit empty. But when in reality, when there's a bunch of guests walking around here, this wouldn't feel as empty as it was, it would be in real life.
I love how you did that with the headlight. I really love how that is.
Oh yeah, I struggled for the longest time to get some proper lighting in here, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna add this.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I love it. Wait a second. Can you just go back in? Which kind of pieces are these Asian pieces or Indian pieces or like African? Indian, pieces, right? Yeah, it works so well together. Love that.
Yeah, I love it too.
And you added like a bunch of more hanging lights. Yeah, great stuff. Honestly, I was just too lazy to do that. Obviously, cool stuff with the well in the middle because now you.
Yeah.
I mean, since we do have that reception now moved out of the way, it makes so much more sense. Yeah.
So the thing that I had when I came here, I was like, okay, we have a restaurant here. We had some food booths on this side, on the left side. We had the info building in the middle. And you didn't really have a good... I'm trying to avoid showing what I did with the left building. But you didn't have a good viewing point to the road ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true.
So now I made it so that it's much more visible and easy to get to. And I like this well that I saw in one of my references. But, of course, I didn't delete your building. I just gave it a new purpose.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Oh,
at what this is.
Look at that. Journey to Japan. That is so cool. What is that? A Street Fox documentary. I love that. This rebranding is so cool. Oh, it's like a little cinema.
Ah, damn it. One of the roof pieces disappeared. Yes, exactly. This is one of those little cinemas which you find in zoos sometimes. You have this little area where there would be like a video playing. And I wanted to keep the door open because that's such a thing that always happens. Like the door is open, you can always hear like tons and tons of people outside, and you're trying to focus on the video, and then you're just like, I can't hear what they're saying. I'm just gonna leave again.
Absolutely. What I love about this design of like with the clouds and stuff, it has this. I don't even know how to put it in words, but this Japanese kind of weird design. It's not even a design, but they have these kind of almost like in their TV shows where everything is like completely weird and completely like colorful, and it just doesn't really match normally. And this is exactly what happens here. It just doesn't match, and then you have this. Wait a sec. How did you do that with the crane? Is that like? Wait, can you just go? What is that? Is that like? Is the crane like duplicated and recolored?
No, it's just one crane, but the water itself is recolorable.
Oh, I never noticed they had. Oh, okay, never mind.
So that's and all the other stuff is basically just the cloud pieces.
Yeah.
So
so good. Yeah.
Let me hide everything again.
Love it.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
what
cool.
I wanted to do here because this area now has the one thing that I was a bit afraid of is why am I zoomed in to the ground?
E, you can press E, then you just stand up a little. There you go.
Oh, there I go. Damn, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you can 2 times up and 2 times down. You can like it's for
Oh.
kids, for adults, and if you want to be a bit higher, you can just use that.
Oh, that's so cool! What the hell? I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's something they added with actually with the explore mode. But as always, Frontier just didn't let us know. Just like with the leopard hanging animation and
Oh yeah.
whatever.
Speaking of the leopard, there is now a sign here taking us to the lunching leopard. Because you had a food area over here, but the reason why I moved it was because this would generate so much traffic that you probably would have an obstruction here with all the guests. So I decided to move the food court up to the other
Which
area
makes like a million times more sense, as we talked about beforehand. Even I just couldn't build the restaurant or whatever, so I left it to you purposely. I love the fact that you tackled that. Oh look, there's even more. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love how this works now with the. It just really doesn't look any different, but it's just so much more different because it's more realistic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, another.
So
I can see
continue.
another sign. Awesome.
Yes. So this would be a sign documenting, okay, you're in this area, and you can sit and you can eat and you can, but please don't throw your trash on the ground, don't walk on the flowers, stuff like that.
Yeah, please don't,
The
because
typical
putting
stuff.
them down took ages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I really liked your elevated viewing areas, both for the leopard and the
Macaque on the other hand, right?
macaques, yes. But I wanted to make it functional because I'm a sucker for functional things in this game.
I'm happy you
so,
did, yeah.
I fiddled around with the pads, gave up 15 times, and I've been playing in pause mode all this time? Okay, cool. So the leopard is now walking inside, but he's not doing much, and I get an autosave, of course I do. So yeah, I just raised this area, which I really like, and I just made a little bit more room for some extra benches.
That makes sense.
As you can see, these are different benches.
Yeah, dining tables. I already saw that. I already had some. This is what I peeked from the lower ground when you zoomed in.
Also, I created this little education station. I wish there were guests here because there's an audio education station right here, and it will look as if they are pressing the paw to make something happen. But there's no guests in this area right now,
Yeah,
so you can't see them.
But it's really, really well done. Oh, I love. Okay. So here's the thing. I really love how you solved the puzzle over here. That you just made one big building out of it. Because I really struggle when I drew the concept art. I was not fully like in my mind. I wasn't fully sure if I wanted to have this like a dead end over here, or if I want to continue maybe into the backstage. And I think I really love the fact that you decided to go for a dead end, because now with the restaurant over here, it actually works. So there's a proper reason for people to go here and just enjoy the area, next to having some additional viewings, of course.
So I don't know if people have seen this trick already. This is a trick that was thought of by just Goron. What he simply does...
I see it. It's genius. I didn't notice.
He puts the counters right in front of the restaurant, which makes it look as if in the background people are cooking the food that you order here, which is like very often the case in zoos. So I really like that, and I've been stealing that, and I've been using it in I've done it in Tivoli now. I've done it in Koali. I think I'm going to do it almost everywhere I can.
It's so good. Like honestly,
just because it's such a cool technique.
I look at that dining table in this little pagoda in the gazebo.
It fits just perfectly. When I was working on this, it was like I plopped it in and I was like, okay, this works.
Awesome.
Perfect.
That's so cool. I can feel sitting here and enjoying a meal. Oh, so good.
Also, Rudi, we went over this way too quickly in your video, but god damn it, these roofs are incredible.
Oh, thank you, mate. This took legit ages, and I'm so happy I didn't record that, because that would have been the most awful speed build ever. Yeah.
For those who don't know it, these are made using gutter pieces, which are just absolutely insane, and they look so beautiful. And it's amazing.
And it's creating a very cool pattern from below, right? Because of these gutter pieces.
Yeah.
I really love that, yeah.
It's just, I loved it so much, and I really wanted to stress it again, because I think we went over it way too quickly in your episode, and it was like, when I was in this file, I was like, wow, how the hell did he make this? And then I saw it, and it was just blown away by everything here.
It's kind of crazy. I have to give some credit to Silv, obviously, in general, because of the technique, because I also, again, I watched Silv's Planet Coaster series. And
If you haven't watched that series, please do. I mean, and Silv, if you're watching this, please put out another episode. I'm begging you.
Oh yeah, I can just agree on that. Yeah, but the thing is, Silv has such a unique approach on doing roofs. I mean, he's the master of doing roofs, and I always find some new techniques in there, and I use some of his best work to bring that in here. And it was just the biggest struggle was to find the right pieces for that. Oh my gosh, Iben. You did what I wanted to do, but I was A, too lazy, and B, it gave me too much headache. But you made it possible. You made that lower pool.
Oh yeah, I added an extra pool here so that you can see them at like eye level, but you can also see them right here. And one of the things that I also did, I added a lot of weeds and plants like that, because we're still in a tropical zoo, so things like that would grow here quite more quickly than they would do in a regular zoo in like a temperate climate. So, and this would also be super difficult to maintain. Like, you can't walk in here with a lawnmower and do it.
Oh yeah, so true.
It would probably grow quite far along before they come in and they try to get rid of it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
With climate change and stuff, it's not unlikely that the area looks like that for the macaques rather soon. I'm sorry, but
yeah. Yeah. What I also did, I opened this wall a little bit so that because you have that really cool backdrop, but it wasn't really visible from here, and now it is, so that like if you stand right here, you know that this is fake. But for a split second, when you walk in here, you're like, oh, there's mountains in the back. And I like that effect so much. So I removed some of the walls so that you can actually see that, because that's an incredible thing that you've done. So we had to highlight that.
And that's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's rather funny, This building for the macaques has survived 2 years of Koali now. And
it has survived 2 years of Koali. 1 mic and 1 Iben.
Exactly, and it's still alive, so it has to get some proper prominent placement here.
Yeah. All right, I did another thing, and you might be able to see it.
Yeah, I saw it. It's like a viewing platform up there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because we talked about that. So let's go and look at that. But first of all, I did something for Silv. I promised I would do that. Which way was it? It was this way.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what's gonna go. Yeah.
Look, Silv, it's gone.
Oh boy.
Okay, so another thing that I did, I slightly raised this roof so that when you're here, it perfectly frames the hotel.
Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah.
So that you can see it super well. That was the only thing that I basically changed here, because other than that, this already looked so good. And I like this. I like this view a lot, because it gives you so many views of what you can go to as a guest, because sometimes cross views aren't bad, because sometimes it's a way to invite you, especially when it comes to zoo design, it's a way to invite you to certain spots and let you know, like, oh, you can also watch the macaques from here, you can also watch them from there. So like it gives you a nice, sometimes you want to avoid it and you want to make sure that you don't see other guests, but sometimes you also want to let guests know, hey, you can go there and you can see cool things. So I'm happy with the crossfeed here.
Especially
it works quite well.
Especially when it's a dead end. You want people to notice so that they go there,
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. I have one more thing that I've done. And this area has been like 5 things already.
Oh, wait a second.
This
is new, isn't it?
Yes, this is new.
Oh, I love it.
For a split second, this has been a restaurant. And then it has been a gift shop. Because a restaurant didn't make sense as we had a food court, the llama bakery, and the flamingo grill, like all very close by. So it didn't really make sense. And I was like, you know what animal would work well here? A muntjac. That would be perfect. Now there's one little teeny tiny thing that there's a problem. We don't have muntjacs in the
exactly.
But what do you have in a zoo? If you've ever been to a zoo, you've probably run into this kind of exhibit. When you see a beautiful, well-designed exhibit, and you walk up and you see, the animals are not on exhibit. That's such a shame. So I like this kind of thing so much because it adds so much zoo value to this game and makes it so much more like an actual thing.
So
yeah.
You build an exhibit for an animal that doesn't exist to only let the people see that they're at the moment not there, like in our minds, to have that in the game.
I am such a zoo nerd.
Yes,
really.
But I love the fact that you have that here, and also, I don't want to be, I don't want to offend the animals, but it's not like this animal everyone would go to, but that it has a destination, I guess, because of the macaque view as well, which I guess we will get to as well. But what I love even more about this is if you turn around, please, and look down the stream. I think you can from here, right? Somehow. Yeah. I love how rural it is. And how much just you focused on nature. Actually, in Mike's words, it would be nature and not nature. And that's what I love about this one.
Oh, look at that. Look at the monorail passing. Oh, see, I said this in the ladies episode as well. I think the monorail was one of the best additions to Koali because it adds so much life to this area.
And I remember when Mike did this, we all were like,
Is he crazy? Is he going to do that?
Why? And I remember how much he needed to change in order to make them work. And it's like Mike just doesn't simply add a monorail. No, he needed to add one with like a parallel track system. Full stop.
Exactly.
But it's just so good.
Yeah, Mike doesn't go halfway. Mike goes all the way every single time.
Exactly, but then he leaves like 10 different work sites on that way to be fixed later.
Yes.
Oh my god, look at that.
And
okay, so this view adds everything to my area. Oh my god.
Yes, I love it so much. Like, it's not the same as the other Highlands viewing area that we have at the Panda House. But because that is like a wide open view and this is much more condensed, but it's so inviting because it's like, oh, there's a gazebo over here. Oh, there's some buildings over there. Oh, there's another thing over there. It's just like, if I would be here and if I would be standing here, I would just go like, okay, I want to stay here for like 2 minutes and then I want to go explore everything that's over there. So yeah, I love this so much. I know I'm complimenting myself here, but I'm really happy with what I've done here.
Me too, and I gotta say, this worked out absolutely incredible. Like that, we talked ahead, and we were both knowing that this is gonna happen. So it's not like the usual stuff. You build something, you think it's good, and then someone else comes like, hey, I did this and this and this and this. No, this time around, we just spoke about that from the very beginning. And we intentionally left certain things out, so you have a playground and, try to focus on our strengths. And oh boy, has this worked out.
I'm so happy you're happy with this, man. I was really... This is also one of those things, and I think Mike mentioned it before. if, like for me and Mike, if we're working on this area and we're changing things and we're doing things like this, it's because we already really like what is there. Like we wouldn't spend hours in a heat wave on a computer that is heating up your entire room, in which you'll have to sleep later on, to make these changes. You would be like, I don't like it. But I already liked what was there so much, and I knew that I only had to do like very little things because, as you said, you were running out of time and there were other things you wanted to do. So like, I really like this way of working, and I think that the result is really good.
Yeah.
If I say so myself.
No, it is. I think you can absolutely say that to yourself. And also, I think I want to mention one thing on behalf of the entire Koali team. I think, we are very, very open with each other and trying to criticize in a way that we can, improve things. And the level of quality in Koali is ridiculous. I mean, and this wouldn't be possible with only a single one of us. If I would have built Koali with the same, given I had the same time as we all have combined, I still wouldn't be able to pull that off. Simply because the way how people can work together with different strengths just, create something so much better, because all of the different, viewing angles from our side come into play. And this is also what I love about Koali. I think also the fact that I always can explore something new in my own file, so to say, is just so special. Because for me, it's like, it was so exciting to see what you've done with my area. And, whenever I get the file, the first hour before I start building is just like looking around what I missed, and that's just so beautiful.
That's honestly one of my favorite moments in the entire Koali building thing. It's just like uploading the file and then waiting, and at a certain point in time, you've loaded in the game, and I know, and then you go, oh my god, what did you do over here? What did you do over there? And Rudi, I'm going to show you something after we stop recording, because it's not finished yet. I'm still working on it, and I think I'm going to get the exact same reaction from you.
The spoilers, guys. Yeah, you have to be with us. Koali is not done yet, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
We're getting really, really close. I think I'm going to end the episode here.
That's a beautiful.
We've already been rambling a lot. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Rudi. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.